Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran. I mean, people have been talking about it for a long time.
For 75 years, NATO has faced external threats. But now, the alliance confronts an unprecedented challenge. What happens when one member state threatens another? Founded on the principle that an attack against one is an attack against all, NATO has never had to consider, what if the threat comes from within?
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran.
With these words, NATO's most powerful member has openly discussed territorial ambitions over another ally's sovereign territory, creating a crisis the alliance's founders never envisioned. In Brussels, NATO leadership faces a delicate balancing act, maintaining alliance unity while addressing Denmark's security concerns.
What I think is very useful is that President Trump alerted us to the fact that when it comes to the High North, there is a geopolitical and strategic issue at stake.
But Rutte's diplomatic response masks a deeper crisis. NATO has no protocols for mediating territorial disputes between its own members. The alliance's founding treaty never contemplated such a scenario.
It's part of our territory, and it's not for sale. The chairman, the leader of Greenland, has been very clear that they are not for sale. I totally agree with the Americans that the High North, that the Arctic region is becoming more and more important when we're talking about defense and security and deterrence. And it is possible to find a way to ensure stronger footprints in Greenland.
Denmark's $2 billion military investment in Greenland now serves a dual purpose, deterring traditional adversaries while sending a clear message to allies. As NATO grapples with this internal challenge, fundamental questions emerge about the alliance's future. Can NATO's collective defense guarantee hold when the threat comes from a member state?
I've said it before, and I say it again. I'm deeply concerned about the security situation in Europe. We are not at war, but we are not at peace either. The good news is that we know what to do to protect our people and way of life, now and in the long term. We just need to do it. That means we need to invest more in defense and produce more capabilities. This cannot wait.
Beyond Greenland, this crisis sets a precedent for how NATO handles disagreements between members. With rising tensions in the Eastern Mediterranean and other territorial disputes simmering between allies, the alliance's response could reshape its future.
We need a sense of urgency, and we need to ensure that our industries and our political cooperation work smoother, in a more smooth way, and we have to do it much faster. Do we have to spend more on deterrence and defense? Absolutely. 2% is not enough anymore, and it has to be done, of course, socially balanced. And I will never support the idea of fighting allies, but of course if the US puts tough tariffs on Europe, we need a collective and robust response.
And not just NATO, its sister Western Bloc EU faces the same challenge and continues to reject Trump's stand on Greenland and urges to dial down the tensions. Western's leaders have been rallying behind Denmark.
Those words about solidarity with Denmark were very important, and I made sure still during our meeting that all of us who unanimously supported Denmark were also aware of the possible consequences that we might all face together as a community. It's very important that our words about solidarity are not slogans, but are a conscious taking up of potential challenges.
No country is the backyard of another, and that's why I don't think we should say to the world that this is the fate of smaller countries alongside powerful countries, that they have to do what they want. That is something we wanted to overcome. And that's why I was very clear as the head of government of the largest country in Europe when the American president was chatting about Greenland and Panama. We are supporters of Ukraine because we uphold the inviolability of borders and the principle that borders must not be moved by force. This then applies all over the world.
As NATO faces this unprecedented test, the question isn't just about Greenland. It's about the very foundation of the alliance. Can a security partnership built on mutual defense adapt when the traditional lines between ally and adversary blur?